praise, glory, and all that's due to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and shalom to you brothers out there preaching and teaching on the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom, Barakatham. I want to speak on the matter about this whole political nonsense. This group about these different Jakes for Trump. I know a lot of brothers have done lessons on it, but I'll give my 2 cents on the matter, because it's actually as much of a folly as it might be. You got some, if you brothers don't know, you got some old nigga with a shirt on that says niggas for Trump, and it quite literally says that. All right, and they're out there campaigning because they're tired, and ultimately they haven't been able to get anything that they want out of Esau, and especially through the political system, man. And the political system really is just a giant trap. It's a snare. All right, it lures you in with hope. All right, with the hope of being able to change things, with the hope that you have the ability to fix your situation, that all of these things can be solved. You can levy votes to solve major problems, and the reality is that you can't, because America's not a democracy. All right. Now, why is everybody voting and calling it democracy? Why is all of this rhetoric about spreading democracy and all of these different things all over the globe? Well, because this is the beast spoken about in Revelation, man. All right. You can read that in Revelation 13, Revelation 17 about the beast, Revelation 15. All right, and it speaks about him having 2 horns as a lamb. All right, but he spake as a dragon. Now the 2 horns. All right, a horn represents it's a symbol of power. Okay, and that's how the left, right, red, blue rat race is basically set up, and it's a dichotomous back and forth, good versus evil, red versus blue. All right, conservative versus Republican. All right, and those are the 2 means of power standards. Every one of the past, Joe Biden is the 46th president. Okay, and the last 30 presidents fell within one of those 2 parties, man. All right, either Democrat or Republican, and there really is no other parties that get involved. So that's what the scriptures speak about. But what's really underlying when it says there's 2 horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon? It's that draconian speech, right? Now, one key word that y'all need to look out for when y'all hear Esau talking about things in the news and CNN and C-SPAN, and they're getting ready to pass bills and different measures, is the word bipartisan. Okay, when they use the word bipartisan, or if something has bipartisan support, that's the most draconian shit, man. Every time the left and the right get together and agree on something, it's always something super egregious, man. They agreed on the Patriot Act unanimously, basically. They all voted for it. They agreed to go invade these other countries, Iraq and all these other places. They voted for it unanimously. When they took $6 trillion and printed it in 2020, all right? And then they only gave $2 trillion out to the population. That's really so y'all didn't riot. Okay, that's really so you didn't set police stations on fire. Okay? They gave you $2 trillion out of the $6 trillion. All right, and they gave the other $4 trillion basically to Wall Street and the largest companies. When they did that, it was bipartisan support. When they went to go to World War II and they voted to take payroll taxes out of your check, all right, they all agree on it, man. All right, bipartisan, bi meaning 2, okay, and partisan meaning a part of something, or a segment of something. All right, and we know that there's basically 2 parts of the American government system. That's the left and the right. All right, so when something is bipartisan, that means it's got support from both sides. Okay, and that is that draconian speech. All the laws that Esau's getting ready to pass, they're not going to be left versus right arguing and debating about this is wrong and that's wrong. They're not. They're just going to punch it through, because all of that left and right, back and forth, it's all theater and nonsense, man. All right. When you read Isaiah the 32nd chapter, it speaks about the liberal churl, Salakia, the churl shall no longer be counted as liberal, man. All right, meaning liberal is one of the monikers that they go by. Okay, that's supposed to invoke this feeling of freedom and, you know, and variety and diversity, right? But what does liberal mean? Liberalism really, when you look that word up, and Lord willing, I'll do a more of a deep dive into that word. When you do something liberally, all right, it really means you do it without any restraint. It doesn't necessarily mean to be free. It means to do something without freedom, with complete freedom, Salakia. Okay, and that's how Esau's policies was. Okay, when you do something liberally, you take on something liberally, you do it in abundance. That's what the liberals are, man. That's what things like the Monroe Doctrine, okay, which basically said, you know, we have the right, because we're superior, all right, to take over this land, and because of the philosophies that we believe in, because we have a higher standard of living. They made up all kind of shit, man. Charles Darwin, scientific racism. We're physically superior. We're smarter. We have the best philosophies, and they justified that on taking land, enslaving people. All right, because that's a liberal philosophy. Okay, they felt entitled to taking the entire Western Hemisphere liberally. All right, and when they got here, man, they spared no wickedness, man. You know, and now you got niggas that is drinking the same Kool-Aid with a new flavor, a new twist to the flavor, and thinking there's something palatable, man. But that's why the scriptures tell us our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because Esau is able to run the same play with just a different player, man. He plug and play these politicians. There's no voting in America, man. You ever notice how the people that you get to vote for, they already pre-selected? You know, you get to vote for either this devil or this devil. Okay, it's not a real open system. Okay, it's an illusion. All right, and this, they got Jake to drink that Kool-Aid during the Civil Rights era, man. All right, that's what the Voting Rights Act was about. That's why he let you vote. He wanted you to be under the illusion that you could be on his level, even though you never could be. All right, when he did desegregation, he wanted to put you under the illusion that you can be a part of his club, and really you never could be. Okay, the reason desegregation happened and you can sit in these Edomite restaurants, all right, it's really so they can get more money out of you. Okay, and it's really to make sure you feel comfortable working there. See, they want you working there more than they want you in there. All right, but the American economy has gotten down so bad that they need our dollars now, man. They've become reliant on Jake's economic consumptions. Okay, and now it's to the point to where if Jake stopped spending money in America, all of Wall Street would just crash, man. All right, the economy would crash. You know, and that's again, I go back to it why it says our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. If Jake knew that, all of the frustration that they got with the devil, they could turn it around and do something overnight, man. Okay, all of them Moabite restaurants in y'all neighborhoods and all this, all you got to do is stop going there for about 6 months. And 6 months later, that Chinese restaurant in your neighborhood gonna be growing vines, plants through it. Okay, it's gonna be vacant and empty, man. And then you can come and take that over. But Jake don't have the discipline to do that. All right. And you keep going back to your white devil daddy for solutions, when the only solution that he's gonna give you is gonna further destroy you and lift him up. Okay? You shouldn't even be tolerating nothing if he ain't gave you reparations, first of all. This idea that you're gonna vote for anybody without reparations, you niggas are stupid, man. And it's not like the reparations are gonna happen, because he's not gonna give it to you anyway. But that just shows you where Jake's mind is, man. All right? And if you don't pull out of this, if you don't get it through your thick skull that this whole thing is a giant prison for you, there's no hope here. Okay? The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is already dead set against this place. Period, man. All right? Now, if you're with the program, then act accordingly. Okay? And if you're not, all right, then you're just gonna be destroyed, man. You're gonna be swept up in it, and there's not gonna be any amount of mercy that the Lord's gonna have on you. You know, you think you're just gonna not vote for Biden or anybody and think the Lord? No, man. The Lord is not dealing with that. All right. The Lord is coming back to punish niggas that are settled on their leads, as it says in Zephaniah 1. All right. So niggas for Trump is just another gimmick, man. All right. And part of it is good, because it's good that you can see Jake is still frustrated. All right, because that frustration is a healthy thing. That's what Esau doesn't want, man. That's why there's so much fucking murder in this place. Esau doesn't want you frustrated. All right, and if you are, he wants you frustrated with each other. All right, he wants you to point it at your brother. He doesn't want you frustrated at the system. All right, that's why there's so much mirth. That's why every day of the year or every weekend, that you can either go to a football game or a baseball game. You can go to some kind of concert. You can fuck off and do something, you know, in clubs and bars. There's no shortage of it, man. All right, because he doesn't want people wise to the wickedness that he's doing all over the planet Earth, and even in your neighborhoods, man. You know. So the day is coming where all of these things are going to be discovered, man. You know. And then that's when all hell's going to break loose. And then every nigga that wasn't right going to get fucked up. Every woman that wasn't right, y'all are going to get fucked up or severely humbled, because some of y'all are just going to be reserved for men of the Lord. All right. And that day, and that's the day that we pray for, man. Goodness gracious, it's frustrating looking at you people every damn day with that goofy ass look on your face, man. You know. I'll end it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rachak Kadash, Wa Abba B'Bal Shalom.